I want to tell you some of the key reasons why you feel pain during sex. Yes, usually and ideally, it is not supposed to be painful. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be something you enjoy. But at any point in time, you realize that you're beginning to feel pain during lovemaking or during sex, it simply means there is a problem somewhere. And that problem has to be fixed before you be able to enjoy it. So in this video, I want to tell you some of the factors that could lead to painful sex. If you're just coming across my video for the first time, please don't forget to give me a follow, a share, a comment, and a like. It is very important. Let's get straight into it. Number one, vaginal dryness. When the vagina is too dry, it causes friction. Now, what is friction? Friction is when it's dried. The joystick has to force itself in and out, force itself in and out. Now, during that force that is going in and out, it causes micro cuts. You start having micro cuts that you could barely see, and with time, it becomes painful. Yes. So whenever you realize that you are that wet, you do more of foreplay and then do more of maybe foreplay and other things. By so doing, it is going to make you get wet and reduce the dryness so that it will be able to penetration will take place easily. I don't know if you get. Number two, when the size you are carrying is too much. Mm. I want a big one. I want a big one. 9 inches, 12 inches, and all of that. When the size is too much and is not matching with the size of your VG, look, take for instance, the size of your VG is as small as this, and then you are carrying a size as big as this, there is going to be a problem. It is not going to enter easily. It is going to break so many walls. Yes, before it will be able to penetrate. By so doing, it is going to make it very painful. Now, when it becomes very painful like that, you will not enjoy it. In fact, it's going to stress you. You're not going to enjoy it. Number three, sex styles. There are some styles your body is not comfortable with. Take for instance, if you are doing doggy and you're not positioning well, it could make it very painful and less enjoyable. Another thing that makes it very painful, less enjoyable, and hot as well is infection. There are urinary tract infections, there are yeast infections, there are some STDs that you could have gotten as a result of maybe sexual transmitted diseases, all those things. It makes it very painful. Mm. So whenever you realize that you're beginning to feel so much pain, just take your time to find out. Now, if the pain is coming from a part where you have an infection, some of you are going to have infection, but you're not very much aware of it because you're not experiencing discharge or you're not experiencing foul smell yet. Now, for the one for foul smell, you are supposed to find out because it's your body. So you're supposed to know that one. But not all infection comes with what do they call it? Discharge. Now that we are not going to be dwelling in that now, I just want to let you know that that is just like a top up. I don't know if you get ahead. Now, another thing is you try and treat yourself infection every 3 months or 6 months, depending on how active you are sexually. If you are not sexually active, there's no point treating infection every 3 months. You could do it every 6 months or even twice a year. But if you're sexually active, it is very important you treat infection every 3 months. Don't wait till you start seeing discharge. Don't wait till you start seeing foul please and foul smell before you know that it's time to treat infection. Because before, whatever makes you start seeing discharge and all those foul smell, all those itches, it makes that the infection have gotten to a particular level where it has to be looked into with immediate effect. So don't even allow yourself to get to that point. Once you know that you are sexually active, Make sure you try as much as you can to treat infection every 3 months. It is very necessary. I don't know if you get. Another thing that could lead to painful sex is when you have no or zero emotions for this person. Take for instance, maybe if the person is just somebody you met by the roadside, or however, when you don't have any emotion for this person, it is going to make you not to get wet. And when you're not getting wet, it is going to make it painful. Do you understand? Another thing is, if the whoever you are doing it with, if the second party, like maybe your partner, is too rough. There are people that don't know what they call do it gently. You feel like you prefer it rough. Now, you are preferring it rough, but the size is too big for you to handle. Yes. And then you are liking it rough. So if it's too rough, like the person is giving like that, it is enough to make it very painful. And another thing again that could lead to, I'm just trying to make it so that it wouldn't be too long. That's why you're going to figure that out yourself. I'm just trying to give you the topics. Now, another thing that could make it to be too painful is when the sex is beginning to take too long. I don't know if you understand. When it takes too long, a reasonable and a successful, sweet sex is not about the timing. Even if it's 2 minutes or 3 minutes, the most important thing is to make it remarkable and enjoyable. Now, when it's beginning to take too long, I see no reason why a man should be on top of a woman for 1 hour plus, and the rest of that. I don't see any reason for that. But when you find out that the sex is beginning to take too long, maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, it is enough to make it painful. Do you know why? Because there is no more moisture. Initially, when people started, she was probably wet. There was moisture, which made penetration very easy. But right now, everything is now dried. She's tired of screaming. She's now getting so dry, and everything will now become painful. So whenever the thing is beginning to take too long, just know that you're going to experience pain, because everywhere is beginning to get dry. So these are some of the factors that is going to make sex to be very painful. Ideally, it's not supposed to be painful. Now, finally, the final thing that could make sex very painful is early stage of pregnancy. Now, there are people that will be pregnant for 3 months. No, 3 months is too much. 3 weeks. There are people that will be pregnant for 3 weeks, 1 month, and they are not aware. So when you are doing it and you find out that it is really, really painful, like it's hitting your pelvic, like you feel like your pelvic is about to drop, just know that there's every possibility that you are pregnant and you are not aware of it. It will be hitting your pelvic. Now, it's possible that you might be pregnant and you're not aware of it. So whenever you start experiencing pain during lovemaking, just make sure that you look into this, check whatever the problem could be, and fix it. Because lovemaking is meant to be enjoyable. Sex is not supposed to be painful. It is not normal. I know that some of you think it is normal. You see it as a normal thing, and you even brag with it that it's painful. It's not supposed to be so. I don't know if you understand. So whenever you start experiencing anything like that, please go to the hospital, see your doctor, carry out any kind of test if need be, or you find out what the problem is. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you in my next. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I love you guys. Bye.